Welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blind Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie, where I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. This week, I want to touch on a couple of different topics that stems from a story that I saw on, I can't remember what platform it was, but apparently a man is suing Erica Mena because he said that she discriminated against him, so colorism, and physically attacked him on the set of a show that she was working on. And he said that I guess the people on her team, or maybe part of the network or whatever, was trying to sweep it under the rug. And he felt some type of way about it because he said, as a black man, why would you try to cover up things that have been hindering our kind for so long? And it made me think back to the days of the love and hip hop um, New York days. And I was really rooting for Erica during that time because I didn't like how Rich Dollars had did her about the song with Olivia. He gave both of them the same song and released both of the songs and had he made money off of both of them. And on one of the reunion shows, he said, "Hey, I made money off of both of them." So it's like you really didn't care about either one of them, and I can see how some things with her can start coming into play. And even with Cardi, with calling people roaches and things like that. I remember I was rooting for her too, the early days of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, because I didn't like the way DJ Self wouldn't play her music. And some of the artists that was on the show, he wouldn't play. I remember Mariah Lynn making a complaint that, oh, you would play Licious, but you won't play me. And, that was an issue where, they became like the underdog and people was really like supporting. Um, Calling people blue monkeys, roaches, or anything of that nature, to me is unacceptable. It's just unacceptable because black and brown people get clumped together all the time. And colorism really don't have a place for us there. I did a show maybe last year about the perception of black women in the media is not accurate. And 80% of black women have college degrees or higher. And that's not shown in the media. And the things that get attention is calling us blue monkeys and black monkeys and ugly monkeys and roaches and beneath my feet and all these types of things like that is really not, that gets the attention in the media, but that's not who black women are. If you have an educated woman that's running things, how does that equate to being a roach or anything, regardless of the way that she looked? Because Martin Luther King said, not by the color of your skin, but your character. So if you're educated and you know these things and you carry yourself as a woman and all of these things, where does, because you have a lighter skin complexion, give you the right to say anything derogatory about a group of women, a race of people that has shown themselves to be so great? But back to this man, he alleges that Erica physically attacked him and that he's not sweeping it under the rug and that nobody should be physically attacked. And it brings me to colorism because there's a difference between colorism and racism. So I'm going to read the definition to you. According to Oxford Language, colorism is prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same racial or ethnic groups. And I just said that black and brown people are always clumped together. When they're talking about racism and discrimination, they're talking about our black and brown people and all of that. That is us. That is the Hispanics, the Latinos, the blacks, the Jamaicans, the all of us. We're clumped together, whether we have our own identity or not. So when you get the colorism aspect in it, then you see the colorism from Erica Mena, from Cardi B, because we're all clumped together. And they'd be like, well, she's not black. She should. Okay, but we're clumped together. And until something is done about that, then the colorism exists and it needs to be addressed because black people are very educated and has proven themselves over and over again to be great. But I think about Erica Mena, and with her, the colorism thing, I think is deeper for her because of the fact that she loves Safaree. And Safaree had cheated on her. No. But the one that he came public with was Amara LaNegra, who was also a Latino woman, but she happened to be a black Latino woman. And on top of that, a very beautiful, dark-skinned, black Latino woman. And, I'm a woman, and sometimes women will have competition. You have to grow out of not having that and not be like, oh, but I got kids by you and I have this. What does she have? None of that. But I think that Erica is still in that same mindset. So her thing is to compete against what he claimed over her, and which is a dark woman. So I think that she does have, in my opinion, animosity towards darker people from her experiences in life, but it's turned into something hateful because of the people that she has chosen, I would say, to love. And the thing about it is, Amara is so, I would say, unnaturally beautiful. And when I say unnaturally, I mean it is not normal for somebody to be that beautiful because most people are considered just average. You're average or you're below average. You hardly ever find somebody to just naturally just so breathtakingly beautiful. And I think that is an issue and a trigger for Erica to lash out and act like that when she do, because she wasn't doing that as much as earlier. And it was not until the Safaree situation that this happened. So, it don't excuse it, but I can see the triggers of it. But I'm going to leave you with this. Black is beautiful, black is educated, and black is proud. And I will see you next week. Remember, you can find us on all podcasting platforms, streaming live on social media, and I upload the replay to YouTube. So please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.
Hey, girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.